This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
Recording in progress.
All right, everybody. I'd like to welcome you back. Another episode of Weapon H, All One Podcast.
With Tanya and Herm.
All right. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit those subscribe buttons, those like buttons if you're new. And make sure you get those comments in. I really enjoyed the commenting on the live last week. I really enjoyed the commenting and going back and forth. So hopefully we'll do another one of those. And I will leave the topic in Miss Tanya's hands today.
Oh, well, before we get started, I always like to, talk about what you did today. As you can see, we are not together. He is at home in Georgia and I'm at home in Scotch Plains. And today is Prime Day. What did you shop on Prime? Stuff was in my cart for like 30 days and I just kept adding to it. I did take some stuff out. I'm very excited about some of my purchases, but the feedback has been that Prime hasn't been that good. They haven't gotten a lot of good deals.
It wasn't this time, bro. I noticed that too.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't really do Prime. I don't do Prime. So I was just adding stuff in the cart and just happy to be a part because I don't really do Prime. I don't.
Yeah.
But I got some magnesium spray, which I'm excited about, and I think that was pretty cheap. I got a couple of them, one for you, one for me.
Oh, I didn't know they had magnesium. Like the mouth spray, or you mean?
Oh, that's magnesium. No, for your feet. So I spray it on my feet, and that helps me. Anything you put on your feet has a greater reach to your blood system.
Yeah, because it absorbs. Yeah, because it's like you grounded, so it's the same absorption.
Right. So I've been having amazing sleep. Not that I really had a problem sleeping, but the magnesium spray has been awesome. So I've been really promoting that and telling people I should actually get a few more of them. But I'm happy about the magnesium spray, and I got some biotin and collagen. So when I went to this esthetician, she said, as we get older, we lose elasticity in our face. And she said I could benefit from that. And I used to be a regular collagen, and then I gave that up. So, yeah. What about you? Anything exciting? I had 20 things in my cart. How many things did you have?
I had 15, but that went, I cut that down pretty fast. A few things down. I still got 2 things left that I'm considering, but some stuff I already took out for sale for later, but I still got 2 things left. So
yeah. So
but everything was mostly for the house. I just had so much stuff to get here for the house. So
right. And I did send some stuff there. So
the gym, got some flooring for the gym. So
I'm excited to see how that turns out.
Yeah,
that you turn your little shed into a gym.
Yes.
Glad you listened to me because I don't want the gym in the garage because I want to park the car in the garage. So I'm very grateful that you took my advice and turned the shed into a gym. I think that's going to work out marvelous.
Yeah, I think it will too. So now that we got all our Prime stuff out the way, what is our topic? I can say it.
Men asking women out. Do you think that's a lost art, or do you think women are more of the aggressor asking men out, proposing, not really feeling their feminine energy? What do you think?
I think it's the day that we're in has changed. And now it's gotten to the point where men are almost afraid to ask because you say something now and you're getting reported. Like back in the day, you had guys that would whistle when they do different things and it may not like you. But what?
That's a cop-out. There's always a respectful way.
Because some still do it, and a lot of them have lost jobs, and a lot of them have gotten a lot of trouble because of it.
What are they doing asking women out on the job?
That always happens. Most people, half marriages come from that. I mean, come on.
I don't.
But even if it's just out even if it's out in the supermarket, it's still the same thing. People meet people supermarket. Huh?
Got to read the room. If you're asking somebody out,
well, of course.
Well, it also depends how you're asking.
But it's not a cop out. It's not a cop out either. because
It
a lot of that
depends on-
shit, it should be happening. If a guy asked somebody out and if it wasn't disrespectful, there's no reason to be blowing their top, because I've seen it a lot. I've seen it a lot because I'm around.
What have you seen?
Huh?
What have you seen?
Women acting out of sorts because a guy trying to ask them out. What you asking me
It
out for?
depends. Well, I mean, so
And it's
you ask
fine if
somebody-
they just cuss them off, but when it comes to the point where they reporting people for it and they putting up videos,
because it makes for an uncomfortable work environment. If you are
I'm not
asking,
talking about work. I'm not talking about work. I'm not
You
even talking
said
about work. I'm talking about, I said work and in general. I said I'm talking about supermarket. Now I'm just saying y'all the supermarket. I already changed it. We're at the supermarket. They
so,
asking,
okay, let's
they're blowing
address
up,
work. Let's
and they
address
putting
work.
them on
So,
video.
no, I mean, I think that's
You
a
still
cop
at
out. I
work.
think.
So forget about
Can
work.
I finish
Forget
my
about
thought, Mr. Austin? Can I finish my thought?
Forget about, but you're talking about stuff I'm not even talking about.
I'm going to address what you said. You said work.
That was a long time. I've been changed that.
I'm going to address that. Stop all
But that's
that.
not what I'm talking about right now. You're not
I
going to
am
approach
about
a
it.
person in the supermarket the same way you approach somebody at your job. It's not the same.
Right, but you said job. So if
So-
if you and I were working together, and don't you ignore me, and I've had men ask me out on the
Okay.
job. But if a woman feels uncomfortable by his approach, then
And you say that. I'm uncomfortable when it's over. If it continues, then you do what you got to do.
have you ever asked anybody out on your job?
Well, I don't know about that. You mean my regular job? Nah. Well, actually, let me take that back.
Your
I
regular
don't know.
job.
I don't know what to call that. Because I was messing
You know
with
what?
somebody.
I
don't
don't,
even know what to call
don't
that.
want to continue this conversation with you
Good.
with that
I
job.
don't know what
Have you
Yeah.
asked anybody out at the grocery store?
I've asked women out at the grocery store, malls, whatever, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Has a woman asked you out?
A few times, yeah.
Does that
Yeah,
make
yeah.
you uncomfortable when they ask you out?
No, even if it's somebody I'm not feeling. Because I have some women I was not attracted to in no way, shape, or fashion. But I just like, no, I'm good. I don't feel comfortable. And they say some stuff.
I don't recall asking a man out, but I will send some signs that I'm interested. So maybe women aren't sending the right signs and men have a fear of being rejected, right? Because men have feelings too. And
They
if
do.
a man
I think
keeps-
that's another
let
thing.
me finish my thought. If a man
I'm actually agreeing with you for once, but go ahead.
for once, that's where we're going with this.
Go ahead. Let's go ahead.
If a man continuously puts himself out there and gets rejected, then, or maybe men aren't good at, and I don't want to generalize, maybe they don't understand when a woman is interested, or maybe they maybe they take the wrong clues if they are interested. Oh, I thought you were interested, my bad. Women can be flirtatious, smiling, right?
Yes.
But if I smile at you,
that could be taken, but
because I'm a
that's
smiley
the whole
person.
point.
Someone will say, hi, how are you? And I'm, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. I'll smile right back. But I'm not
But
the type
that
that's
shouldn't
going to get
be-
offended. If you ask me out, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, or I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
And let it go. But there's some women that probably, I know some women that do get really worked out. I can't believe he asked me out. Well, he saw a pretty woman, he asked you out. What's the big
He
deal?
ain't my type.
Right. Yes,
I'm
I've seen that.
I'm gonna record them on and put them on Instagram and all this other stuff, and that comes back to people's jobs. That's what I'm saying. So it's not
exactly. What are they recording? What are they recording?
They're recording them trying to hit on them or try to ask them out, and they look. I don't want that. And they put it on there, and it gets around.
Well,
so it's not.
It's
just the environment.
I don't understand what are they recording? They're recording. If you asked me out and I pulled up my phone and started recording you, what would you do?
Me personally, I'm gonna stop, but apparently they don't. They get enough of it.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody recording. You asked me out, I immediately put my phone up and start recording.
If they're not interested, yes, I've seen it. Yes.
You guys send me one of them recordings on Instagram. I need you to do that because that doesn't even make any sense to me.
It does. How you think they get caught?
Caught how? By asking someone out, you get caught?
Yes. How do you think they get a lot of them getting in trouble and then they get in trouble?
Why are they getting in trouble for asking a woman out? Are they
because
married?
the woman doesn't want it. That's the thing with this whole Me Too thing that you're not getting. They get upset. They make it like the guy is sexually assaulting them, or that's what it goes under now.
So you asked me out one time, and that's considered sexual assault?
You tell me.
No, I think it's something more extreme than that.
Well, see, that's the whole point.
You asking me out isn't going to cause me to start.
You're not in this era that they're seeing.
There's something we're missing. If you're asking me out in one time and I let it go, and you let it go, that's fine. But if you're continuously asking me out, that is harassment.
Okay.
So you're not just asking me out.
Correct. But if the guy says something and she smiles and he tries to go on it, I didn't smile because of that.
But it's still not making any sense to me. You asked me out.
Well, it doesn't make sense to you because you're different.
No,
I'm
not
talking about what you do.
I'm not even. If someone asked me out, I would decline.
We go back to the one where the girl got upset when the guy took her somewhere. Did you understand that either? Because he took her to, what was it, Cheesecake Factory? That was.
If you asked me out, and I said no, and you kept coming back, that's a problem. That's harassment. But asking someone out one time is not harassment.
And we're gonna go over this. Now they're gonna say, but he didn't try hard enough. He only asked one time. He didn't really show interest. He only asked me one time, and that was it.
Right. And so
now, where can he fall in? If he don't do enough, he do too much. Where did he fall in?
Up about this whole thing. This, I'm just
saying because
we just discuss. It's just a discussion, dear. You don't have to do all this. That's it's very, very. You act like this happened to you.
It didn't, but I see it enough.
But if there has to be some level of respect, right? And if you came at me and you said, let me hit that tonight. Now, is that respectful?
Come on, man. I just said in the beginning, respectful. If it's disrespectful, we already know what that is.
Right. So you're going to have to show me a video that you're saying they automatically.
Even if I do or not, what difference does it make? Because even if you see it, I'm telling you, if you see it, what difference does it make if you see it? And I'm telling you, what difference is it going to make? You're still going to look at him like it's something more to it.
I do. I believe there.
Okay, so what's the point?
Well, you get on these videos and show out because you are not like this regularly. You really, show out. If you were sitting right next to me, I'd pinch you real good.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would.
Pinch you real good, getting all worked up.
We're going up here doing all this work to find something so that I get the same response.
I appreciate, I can appreciate a man asking me out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Even if I'm not interested, and I say, I'm flattered, but I'm not interested, that should send him on his way. I'll say, I'm in a relationship, but I'm flattered. Oh, and they'll be like, if anything changes, let me know. That's fine too. But if you're continuously coming at me with some foolishness and text messages, and I'm like, you're not getting the picture.
Okay, that's harassment. Now, right. I'm gonna put this situation here. Guy asks you out. You're kind of interested, and you're not really sure. You're a little bit interested in him, but you don't want to say yeah on the first night. But he never asked you again because you already made it like you don't want to, even though you did kind of want to see him. Then what? Then now what is it? What was the word you started off the thing with? Not shy, standoffish, whatever. No, we didn't.
Subtle.
Subtle. Yeah, he's too subtle. Yeah, now he's subtle.
What's the scenario? I'm
So
single.
where's the So he asked you out.
Right.
You not, you didn't, you kind of say pushing not to something. You kind of interested, but you're still not really sure. But you didn't give him a hard no. You just kind of like.
If I'm interested,
But now he doesn't ask because he's thinking you're not interested.
So then I'm going to send some more signs to him. So I hear what you're saying, and I'm going to send more signs to him to let him know I'm interested, see if I can reel him in, because he may have his foot in, one foot out, asking out because he doesn't want to cross that line and be disrespectful. So I understand that. I have to go back to when I was here and you were there and you were asking me out and you were, asked what?
Hold that for a second. So he tries and you now you're going to give him some more signals. Now, just like some guys may read things differently. So he tries the first time, he's thinking she's sending signals the second time. He asked the second time, but she says she's really not sending signals.
So I can only speak for me. And when I am interested in someone, I let them know. And then I put the ball on their court because I still like to be
it's a lot of mixed stuff going on.
But I remember when you asked me out, you'd ask me out, you circle back around a couple months later. Then when I finally was available and you said for the 100th time, you should come to North Carolina. And I said, all right, invite me. And you didn't. So then you eventually did because we would talk and I said, boy, this man, he really doesn't know how to land this plane. And then when I did see you, and then I kind of said to you, and you don't remember this, I said, if you're going to like me, if you like me, you're going to have to show it. Because I will,
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're very laid back.
I'm laid back, but you also wasn't giving a sign that you were interested either. You was 1 foot here, 1 foot there. So let's not try to act like I didn't have a reason to be the way I was. Okay, let's clear that right up. Let's act like I ain't had no reason. But you was in this, so cut it out. There, yeah. Try to make it like I was just doing.
You did. But you're the man. You're supposed to solidify the plan.
Solidifying nothing if I'm still having questions.
Oh, you had questions. What questions would you have with me?
Yeah, you was doing your thing. Come on now.
You were doing your thing.
Okay, I never said I wasn't. But let's not act like I didn't have reason to be the way I was either. That's all I'm saying. All right. Talk to me.
At first I thought this wasn't recording and that was going to make me nervous because it's approaching my bedtime and I wasn't doing this again.
Yeah, oh yeah, you ain't lying. That was too good to not have that recorded.
You were really getting worked up over there.
So, but this don't make sense. I'm like, no, it don't make sense. You're not seeing it. So
I want to believe that men our age
we're different.
Right. So I if I were single,
we still get in trouble because we keep doing it.
What'd you say?
I said my era still getting in trouble because we still do stuff. So
if I was interested in a man right now in my 50s, I would. And I just think I think there's still a lot of opportunity to meet men and women.
Oh yeah, it is.
So when people say, "Oh, there are no good men or there are no good women," I don't
buy that. You just say find the right one. You're not attracting the right one because it's good for everybody. Because everybody there's no perfect person, but it can be a person that's very good for you.
You're perfect for me, honey.
Thank you. You are for me, so there we go. But we did a lot of before we found it. So
you what?
I said we did a whole bunch of everywhere before we found it. We had
But
to
I
learn.
learned a lot from our relationships because you know my saying, you don't know what you want until you know what you don't want, or you don't know what you don't want, and then you know what you want, something like that. But you know,
That's
you date
one
and you
thing
find out what you want and what you don't want.
True. That's for sure. I agree with that. I would
Yep.
agree.
And then I also don't mind, you know, being home alone. I don't have to be in them streets. I don't have to be outside.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody that likes to be in the streets.
Everybody
None at all.
deserves-
I don't mind being here.
I had my time out in the street. Now I'm good.
I'm just saying, even with you there and me here, this is like a nice break with me and my puppy.
There you go.
We be chilling, right, Shane? He's stretched.
Chain over there. Like, yo, send me down there with her.
He
for
said
a
what?
little- He said he could send him down there with her for a little bit.
For what?
Gotta-
You want me to
gotta
send my baby down south?
With my boy. Because he got to hang out with his boy for a little bit.
No, I can't. I won't be able to sleep here without him cuddled up next to me, right, Chingy? He said the same thing.
Okay. We know better. But again, like to thank you guys for tuning in.
Oh, is it over already? I mean, you just can't cut me off like that. You gotta have to, you know, text and be like, we wrapping it up. I still have lots to say.
Oh, well, then go on then.
No, I don't
I
feel
can
like
edit that part out. Talk to
I'm
me.
tired. Listen,
I could have sworn you said that about 5 minutes ago. That's why I'm trying to wrap it up.
I hope everyone had a nice Amazon Prime Day. If you haven't, check out the magnesium spray. That is
Just
amazing.
got to take care of your health, people. Take care of your health. You see a lot going on. I see a lot of people not here anymore, our age group. So
Wonder what else I bought.
are focusing on that health. Focusing on
Right.
that health. So again, thank you guys for joining in. Make sure you go subscribe, likes, comments, and keep the community going and getting stronger. So we'll see you on the next episode. Take care. Talk to you soon.
Have a good night. Bye, honey.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.